Prince Harry has acknowledged using medicines to help him deal with trauma when he was a young child, which raised concerns about his eligibility for a U.S. visa. The Department of Homeland Security, DHS, on Tuesday denied a request to make confidential material from the Duke of Sussex's U.S. visa application public, and the Duke of Sussex applauded his success. The 38-year-old's immigration documents were requested by the conservative think tank, the Heritage Foundation, after his past drug use allegations surfaced in his tell-all memoir. The request was later denied. Harry acknowledged in his January film Spare that he had previously dabbled with substances to cope with trauma when he was younger, including cocaine and psychedelic mushrooms. The requests were rejected through email by Homeland Security, who claimed that doing so would override the subject's privacy interests. Foreigners who acknowledge using drugs and seek to enter or relocate to the U.S. may encounter a number of difficulties in doing so under U.S. law. DHS Senior Director Jimmy Wolfrey stated in the letter, which was obtained by the New York Post, that to the extent records exist, this office does not find a public interest in disclosure sufficient to override the subject's privacy interests. Niall Gardner of the Heritage Foundation stated that the company would appeal the judgment since it was unacceptable that the document release request was denied. He declared, "We will be challenging the Department of Homeland Security's position about its efforts to obstruct the Heritage Foundation's Freedom of Information request." Gardner continued, "We anticipated having to fight every stage of this action in federal court, and will keep pushing for accountability and transparency for the American people. In order to make sure that American laws are being applied fairly, Mike Howell, director of the Heritage Foundation's Oversight Project, requested information from the DHS under the Freedom of Information Act. The Heritage Foundation asked to see if Harry had acknowledged to using drugs in the 3 years prior to the publication of Spare. The verdict is a significant victory for Harry because there had been a lot of debate about the validity of his U.S. visa and whether he should be permitted to remain in the country. In January 2020, Prince Harry announced his resignation from the royal family, and shortly after that, he relocated to the United States. Archie, 4, and Lilibet, 2, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's 2 children, presently reside in California with their parents. Thank you for watching. Write what you think about it. Subscribe to the channel.